I live with my wife in my mother-in-law's house, and one serene morning over breakfast at the country house, my mother-in-law shared some unexpected news. Her sister was coming to visit us for the vacations. At the mention of her visit, my father-in-law's face lit up, but under my mother-in-law's sharp and knowing gaze, he quickly returned to a neutral expression. Personally, I didn't mind her coming. It seemed like an interesting event that wouldn't disrupt my routine. Aunt Clara, my mother-in-law's younger sister, was joining us, and the family dynamic was about to change. Aunt Clara had moved to the bustling city years ago, eager to start a new life after her divorce. With no children to tie her to her former life, she felt free and sought new opportunities, although those opportunities had not yet brought her the happiness she sought. She found a job in retail, stable but uninspiring, without much hope of advancement. Her personal life was equally meager, and her sister, my mother-in-law, often expressed frustration that Clara had no fascinating stories to share during family gatherings. Clara was a dependable type, a hard-working person whose loyalty was often taken advantage of by those around her. It was obvious that this vacation was a much-needed respite from her routine. Claire's excitement about the trip was palpable. She had carved out this time for herself and was looking forward to spending it at the cottage. The family decided she would stay in the guest room above the garage, a cozy space that my father-in-law had converted into a hotel-like room to accommodate frequent guests. The location added to the charm. The dacha was close to several boarding houses where there were lively events on weekends, and Clara could socialize and relax. When Clara arrived on Saturday evening, she looked both tired from the journey and happy to have reached her destination. Her arrival had been an event in itself. She had navigated several buses and cabs, managing to carry 2 bags, one a small travel bag with essentials, and the other a larger one filled with materials for a planned project. Clara, always the industrious one, decided to renovate the guest room. The walls, which had been left bare for some time, were a blank canvas, and Clara brought wallpaper and glue to breathe new life into the space. After looking around the room, she decided she needed to prepare the walls first, which meant temporarily settling into the spare room in the main house. Dinner that evening was lively. Clara, my wife, and my mother-in-law were chatting animatedly on the veranda. Their laughter filled the air, forming a pleasant contrast to the silence that often reigned in the house. The next morning I awoke to the sunlight streaming through the window, and looking out, I saw Clara standing on the lawn. She held herself with a nonchalant determination, her presence radiating a quiet elegance. It was then that I realized why my father-in-law had been so enthusiastic about her visit. Clara had an undeniable charm and poise that drew people to her. The breakfast was fun, and soon after, Clara began preparing the guest room for her project. She carefully stirred the special wallpaper glue and set to work. As she climbed the rickety stepladder, she jokingly remarked that the younger generation was not used to physical labor, although she allowed me to help by propping up the ladder. Her concerns about the ladder were well-founded. It swayed precariously with every movement. I stayed close by, ensuring her safety, while she worked with precision and care. By the end of the day, the room was visibly transformed, and it was evident that Clara was pleased with the work that had been done. Throughout the renovation, Clara demonstrated her diligence. She approached each task with focus and attention to detail. When the job was finished, I showed her how to operate the hot water boiler so she could relax and unwind after her labors. Clara's gratitude was genuine, and her warm smile spoke volumes about how much she appreciated the supportive environment. As the days passed, Clara's presence filled the house with renewed energy. She talked about her life in the city, her difficulties, and her hopes for the future. Her visit was a catalyst for change, not only for her, but for all of us. Clara returned to her job with a newfound sense of confidence and soon received a well-deserved promotion. On the personal front, she began a relationship with a kind and experienced man who worked in the construction industry. Their bond quickly deepened, and soon they shared the happy news. Clara was expecting their first child. The announcement was met with excitement and celebration. Clara's partner was beyond thrilled and insisted that she take time off work to prepare for the addition to their family. The couple planned to visit us over the holidays to give us a chance to meet Clara's partner and their baby. The anticipation of meeting new family members added to the holiday spirit as we prepared for the season. In the end, Clara's visit to the country house was a turning point. It strengthened family bonds, gave her the support she needed to pursue new opportunities, and inspired us all with her resilience and determination. Her journey from uncertainty to joy and fulfillment was a reminder of the strength that lies in perseverance and the importance of a loving, supportive community. We look forward to her next visit, feeling gratitude for how she enriched our lives and excitement for the bright future that awaits her.